We are
And
alive.
hello, everyone. Yes, we are live. We are alive.
Yes,
Yes.
this is
Yeah.
great. Yeah, we are
Mm.
alive.
Yeah, but yes, this is a good question, actually. What is the definition to be alive? Yes, because sometimes you wake up in the morning, you go to eat breakfast, you go to the bathroom, you go to your job. You look like alive, but you don't feel alive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Yeah. Yes, some
Mm.
things seem like they're alive, but what is the truth is a different matter, and there are different levels of being alive, being here. Because sometimes you know that I think we all have this experience where we might do something and then find ourselves a few minutes later, one day later, saying, when did I do this thing? Why did I do this? Or why did I do this again to myself when I said I wasn't going to do this? I don't like to do this, but we do it again. So, I mean, were we alive when we were doing it the first place or not? Are we more alive now that we realize that, I said I wasn't going to do this thing, but I did it? So, yeah, it's a
And
good question.
regarding the feelings, let's go to the when do you feel alive? You personally. Later, I will go myself, but you can go first. Ladies first.
Thank you. Well, I think I'll kind of state it paradoxically, but when I'm most alive, I think is when I'm not in my head, when I'm not thinking so much.
Mm.
So take it the other way around. So what is not being alive is when I'm thinking somehow. I don't know if this makes sense. So yeah, still you can find yourself doing something and realize that I wasn't thinking while I was doing this. But it's not like the first case that I was talking about where you forget why you did it. Still, it makes sense. You were alive while you were doing it. You were, feeling energy, power, but you were not thinking. It was not this constant narrator in your mind. What am I doing
Mm.
now? Why I'm doing this? What's happening? So when I feel the most alive is when I'm not thinking, basically. Or yeah, at least when I'm not focused so much on my mind that it blocks my being, you understand what I mean?
And
Um
when this happened, more specifically in your life as a shaman, as spiritual guide,
yeah.
when you feel the most alive.
Um I feel I will say like really honest and 100% is when I am with my people, with my tribe, with my community in
Mm.
journeys, in retreats. So we have a common purpose all together. I'm not feeling like myself, like me, that I'm doing something. We are part of something greater. So
Mhm.
what me, I disappear at this moment, and this is very freeing, and it makes you feel more alive also. um yeah, so definitely when I'm there, and when I'm in alignment with my path, with the flow of my life, what I should be doing, which it's not so, it cannot be described, and you can make a definition of it, what is my path, so it's not so easy,
That is,
but
for example, when you have a realization, when you have an awakening specifically.
it's not necessary that you have a realization, no,
Mm.
because realizations are part of the path, but in the path means also to be lost. It means to
Mm.
be fighting your demons. It means to not having a realization, but to be having a very active moment where you express yourself and you just feel the happiness and the ecstasy of expressing.
Mm.
And it can be also realization. It can be creativity, creation, higher ideas, but it's all those things together. But somehow, still, you can be in the lowest parts where we feel lost, where we not feel good with ourselves, and still be in alignment with your path. So
And it's still
if you're,
feeling alive. Can you feel
yes,
alive? Can you feel alive if you are connected with your shade, with your suffering, with your blockages. Is possible. Did you experience this?
Yes, I think it's 100% possible. And also, specifically in shamanism, it is explained this thing. And aliveness, this energy of aliveness, is very much tied actually with our shade and our under. This is what we call the underworld in shamanism. They are like a packet. So it is the light and the shadow. It's like the day and the night, the sun and the moon. They are, you know, we need
Mhm,
both. They're
mhm,
both here. And the most basic part and ingredient of this relationship, both with both these things, is that you can go to your shade, to your darkest parts, in order to recover back aliveness. So the more you face your shadow in a way that is aligned with your purpose of your life, the more you gain your power back. It's like they need each other
mhm.
to exist. It's not possible one to exist without the other.
Yeah,
So
this.
we, in a way, we are alive to face the shadows also,
Mm.
eh, and to gain something from it and to become more conscious. This
Yes,
is
and
it.
this in this moment that we are facing the difficulty and the intensity, there is always a resistance to enter there. We don't want when we have to
Mhm.
go to the first date, when we need to go to make a big effort, when we need to make to compete, to enter and compete with other people. And even I was playing football, soccer, so I had to compete and I had to push others. It was very intense. And in the beginning, I was scared of this intensity, but when I was fully inside and my energy was matching the energy of the situation fully, I could feel what you said, fully aliveness in this moment, full presence, just no mind, just being totally there. And there was some sort of joy that you cannot describe, some sort of like when we were kids and we were playing and we were fully in the moment, fully in the moment. It was full of intensity. I believe I didn't plan to talk about this. I didn't plan to talk about anything anyhow, but I believe it's so important to bring this on the table because today the spiritual path, the idea of a spiritual path or spirituality is very much connected with a fake perspective of quietness, no, or peace that it
Oh
means
yeah.
to be low. It's very easy to connect this being a spiritual with being low energy or passive or relaxed. And actually, it is, in my experience at least, it's totally the opposite. We can just reach the higher state of being through activation. The person, of course, we have always the image of the person who is meditating, the monk who is meditating, but the person who is really in meditation, he is or she is having the most intense experience of the world. But this experience is just happening inside. And that's why the person is disconnected from the external in the moment of the meditation, because the intensity that he's experiencing inside is huge. So, going, moving our life to feel more alive actually take us closer to God, to our highest, and of course, make us feel amazing. But why? And this is the question, no? Why we we start or we stop feeling alive in our everyday life? Why things become mechanical, the same? Why what in the beginning was exciting now is not exciting anymore? Why we lose this? Maybe we should contemplate on it a bit.
For sure, we should contemplate on it. I don't know what we would do if we didn't. I mean, on one level, we need to contemplate on it, and then on another level, we need to act on it because contemplating can only get you so far.
Mm.
It doesn't work after a point at all. Actually, it works on the opposite. It does like worse. um, After a point when contemplation doesn't have action, it eats you inside because it keeps the energy in one specific level. It doesn't really translate in the real world because you can imagine things, how they will go in life, what will happen, what you need to get where you want to, what is the meaning of life, and all this stuff. But in reality, life, and because we're talking about aliveness, which happened really randomly in this life, we just started and we didn't really didn't plan to say about this, but apparently, spirit always works in specific ways, and it brings up what needs to be talked about. So, about this aliveness, being alive, it means it's in a completely different frequency than anything else we are thinking, anything that we plan, anything, you know? So, the only way to feel alive is to be alive and to exercise your ability to be alive. What does it mean to be alive? To fulfill your whole capacity of being alive, not only to wake up in the morning, breathe, which everyone does, go to work, come back, and but whatever um, inclination that God or a higher spirit gave you to, and what gifts and what abilities to be able to express it, to externalize it, um, to make it true, to make it appear, to make it alive, not something, because everything starts as a seed in our heads, as potential, as a possibility, everything. Even from the ability to walk, right? It starts as a possibility. And then how do we learn how to walk? We walk. We don't think about walking. We don't contemplate about walking. We don't. There's not one baby sitting down writing equations about how they will get up and start walking. They just start walking.
Mhm.
And on the opposite direction, here we are planning everything, taking a lot of time to see how things will go, um, while at the same time completely neglecting our um, our natural need for some things to be expressed and externalized. And then nothing happens. Eventually, a reason will come to tell you not to act now. And then you will forget it. And then you will never find out what it means to be alive
Yeah.
because you are thinking
Yeah,
instead of living.
we had this, all of us, we had this memory when we were waking up in the morning, full of energy, motivation. We wanted to do things. Actually, when we were kids, we were the most energetic person of the family, and we were bringing the kid is bringing this energy. We were in a constant
Yeah.
state of activation and being alive. But something happened during this world, during this life, that this state, we start to lose it, and we start to lose the capacity to feel alive and activated and motivated with hunger, with passion, with desire, with drive. In this state in which someone will come to you and tell you, "Hey, we have this problem," you have the energy to answer, "Right, no problem, don't worry, we do this, and we move forward." Or someone brings an opportunity. So, hey, would you like to come this weekend to do this? And yeah, I would like to go. For sure, I will go. You are in this state of readiness and a solid state. So this means to be alive and help us to confront obstacles and help us to take the opportunities that they come to our life, to help us to enjoy what we have every day in our everyday life, to have hunger and motivation for what is happening. And this is means to be alive, actually, to be able to experience with intensity everything that is happening in our life. And it's super interesting this state. First, because all of us, we know it. We were there. We know it when we were kids, and we were not living in a spaceship when we were kids. We were not living in Disney World. We were not. We were living in an apartment as we are living today, in a house as we are
Yeah.
living today. The conditions were exactly the same, but we were full of enthusiasm, energy, vitality, and readiness. So you will tell me something happened here. It's not like we were taken now to a gray life. We are living kind of the same life externally. So internally, what happened? In what happened that we lose this state, this holy, this grace state. This is what I believe we need to start creating awareness, because we didn't learn how to make this happen in our life. This is the point. We gave this state for granted. For instance, when we were kids, this was coming by through biology, hormones. They were keeping our cells because we were in a very quick, we will have very fast metabolism, and everything was happening, developing in our system. We're full of energy, but this was given. It was given by nature. We didn't have to do anything. It was there. Later, when we were 13, 15, we enter and we develop sexuality, and we feel the hormones and the attraction and all this. Another huge wave of enthusiasm and activation came. But again, it came through the body. So what happened is that we didn't learn to cultivate this state of aliveness. We didn't learn this. No one taught us this. It's like there are some things give you aliveness. For instance, a nice food or a beautiful partner will give you, but it's fake. Or a good car, but it's fake because after 1 week it's gone. So this knowledge is gone. The knowledge of how really cultivate aliveness in our life, how to live our life so we don't lose this. We don't lose this. People with money, people with a lot of success, some of them they lose this, not all of them, but some of them. So we that we live in the Western society, and more or less we have our things covered, we have a life that more or less we have everything, is the moment, I believe is the moment now to enter in this new challenge, to understand how to take care of our energy, to keep this state, come back to this state, and in which we need to, in which we have to invest to ignite this spark, because there should be something, no? What we can do.
Actually, it's like a good way to talk about our topic today. Um, to come to our topic, which is that we have been born with something. We came here in this world with something that we have from since we are smaller, but it is more, it's not so conscious yet. It is like an energy, like a dream somehow, which is our dream, right? All children have dreams. They have something that they want to manifest. They want to, and they would manifest. When we say manifest, we mean, for example, it is in the most simple way. For example, a kid might have a dream to be a pirate. They would play the pirate, so they would be a pirate literally in this moment. They will not be planning to be a pirate in the future somewhere. So they have this dream, right, which comes naturally. We don't know how, we don't know why one kid dreams to be a pirate and another kid dreams of being a scientist and thinks about, numbers and asks very interesting questions. We don't know why another child likes to climb and to run and to get sweaty, and I don't know. So we all have something which can manifest itself in different ways. And here we will talk about a bit about how to find this and how to follow it. So you guys also can comment if you have a dream or you don't have a dream, and you might like to want to find this dream, or find what is that we call this calling, how to answer this calling towards a dream. Maybe you have a dream that you have forgotten, that has faded away with time,
Yeah. What do
or
you think is impossible?
yes, or maybe there's no form inside of you of a dream. You know that there might be something, but you don't know what exactly.
Mhm.
So it is something that starts as a feeling, as a need, a desire. We have this energy building up inside of us. We see all the forms that are in this world, and this desire takes form, right? So before, it might not have any specific form, but we see a pirate and we see, okay, this of course happens subconsciously, right? This pirate, now I'm taking the pirate as an example because it is an example that happens in many children want to play pirate, right? So it can represent this calling to an adventure, to something. And so in the beginning, we have an urge to do something, we don't know what. Then we see this and manifestation of the pirate, and we subconsciously understand that this fits with the pulling towards adventure that I have, wanting to be more powerful or to be more free, or whatever. It's this, there's this thing, there's a form, something that represents this deeper urge, this deeper seed, this energy that rises up inside of us and wants to take a form. So we come into this world, which is full of form, right? And we cannot um, pretend that it doesn't have form. So if we want to externalize some kind of energy, some kind of spirit, as we say in shamanism, spirit of bravery, or the spirit of freedom, or the spirit of knowledge, or the spirit of aliveness, or whatever, it must find a form. So now we need to, we are all in this search of, in this inquiry, this journey in this life, to find all the time, literally, we're trying to find forms to shape our calling, this urge that we have, because we still have it now. It's not only when we are children, but it just has been a bit suppressed, pushed down in the lower levels of existence, and we forget about it. But the energy is still there. So many times this can manifest in life as stress, as worries, our thoughts, as inner conflict, because we have this energy, this urge to find a way to manifest, to express to this world ourselves or our calling. And at the same time, we have this need that is not a need, a natural need like the calling, but it is an artificial need that has been grown from the external environment, which is what we call society, right? So society teaches us that we need to create a safe life for ourselves. We need to create a safe environment, a predictable environment, something that we'll do for the rest of our lives, that we know it's going to keep us financially stable, secure, that we will have food and a house under a roof under over our heads. And then there come the other optional but non-optional things, like you need to have children, you need to build a family, you need, I don't know, to buy the best house, to be the best person, you need to have the best car, you need to have the most prestige, the most success, etc., etc., and it goes forever. So we have these two opposing forces. One is our calling, which is natural and free, and it comes from nature. It is there, whatever we do, because we are here for this. We are here to express ourselves and to do something with this life. And at the same time, there is this other world created with our mind, which says that everything should be specific, everything should be predicted, predictable, everything should be a certain form. And the first part doesn't have so much form. It almost doesn't have form. So we are very, very confused. We are all the time conflicted. Isn't
Mm.
this your
I,
experience as well?
there is something
Sometimes.
that happened to me, not to me personally, well, to me personally too, but I found I lost love. I lost love because I chose things that they were safe, like partners. They were not fighting jobs. They were easy, or easy or more safe. They made choices willingly, consciously, in the direction of safety and low state of energy, like avoiding intensity.
Yes.
And we do this. We do this. I mean, I have people that literally told me this. I chose. I had different options. I chose the one that was going to give me less problems. This is what I chose. The person who
Yes.
was going to give me less problems, the job that is going to give me the less problems, meaning
And
the less
it's normal.
intensity.
It's normal, right?
Yeah, from the
From one point of view.
social mindset, this is the
Yeah.
way we are trained to choose. We are trained to live. We are trained to act. What is the low, energetic, problematic, intense way? So this is mine because I want to avoid
Yeah.
problem
This
intensity.
is
But
also
then,
like, yeah.
then we arrive. Let me finish. Then we
Yeah.
arrive to to not to have aliveness in our life. But of course,
Yeah.
are we choosing a path of aliveness? Are we choosing a path of intensity? This is we need to be honest in this to really see, are we, because yeah, can be the path that will fulfill your potential, a path without problems, a path without conflicts, without confrontations, if it is the path that will develop you at your highest. No, it will be intense, it will be very intense, this path. And yeah, but still we are trained not to go there. Yeah, maybe, and not maybe, it is what you say. All of us, we have a call. This is what we are trying to wake up with this conversation and with all the work we are doing. All of us, we have this call inside that wants to take us in a journey. And originally, this call is a seed without shape. And how you said, when we come to this world, this energetic seed connected with this wall of form becomes something. Oh, I would like to be a pirate, which is a representation of freedom and spontaneity, of joy, of power, of
Mhm.
confidence, of adventure. I want to be, I don't know, an astronaut. I want to have a business. I want to have a community. This call, we all have it. And I see again and again, but anyhow, whatever, doesn't matter. I don't want to focus there. We all have it. That's the point.
Mhm.
And if you feel
Yeah.
it, I want to tell you, I want to tell you, I want to tell everyone it's not fake. And this call for an adventure, for a journey, for a new life, for an experience, for a unique experience, is a fundamental call, is something that is connected with the soul. And it's something that will give us back this energy, this meaning, this desire, this passion, this intensity that we are looking for. I don't believe we can cultivate an intense way of living if we choose by default the easy path all the time. I don't believe so.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. There is this urge also kind of that comes naturally from one point of view to choose safety, because it's not only the social part, it's also the fact that we literally, our body is made to keep us safe. from harm in general. So it is there always to keep us safe from anything that happens. But the
Yes,
thing is
tell
that,
me, Alexia, tell me examples, moments in your life. Let's frame it.
yeah.
Moments in your life in which you were choosing safety. I will bring mine too. So we'll put it on the table. Choose
Well, there are
moments in your
many.
life that you can share. Of course,
Well,
that they are not very intimate, but
let's start from the first times when I started to do it. This was when I was younger, and when I was in school, and I would always choose the most comfortable thing. So I would avoid any thought about being better. Then now, because you're asking me now, I'm trying to contemplate a bit. There is a bit different. There's a small difference though there, because there you have your school where they tell you that you need to be good at school and your what you do.
Mhm.
So I was trying to avoid this. I was trying to avoid homework a lot, and I was choosing safety. So I was choosing to not do anything. This was safety for me because
Mhm.
I didn't want to try. I was choosing to just stay, do nothing, watch TV, and just escape the reality, which was that I needed to study anyway because I needed to finish school. There, what I was
Yeah, I
gonna
was
say
doing
is
the
that,
same. I was leaving
yeah,
all the homework for a Sunday afternoon. You were doing this for Sunday
um,
afternoon,
I
and
was
in the
leaving all
Sunday
the
afternoon,
homework for never. Yeah,
what?
it becomes never in the end. I never did
Yeah.
anything. Or yes, I was, but I remember. That's why I mentioned this because I remember that I was choosing, for example, to go to my friend's house instead of doing the work that I needed to do, and especially now when I was getting older and when you're getting closer to what you want to do also. So you're studying to finish school and to go to university, or for your orientation after, because when you're younger, okay, you don't know what you want, so they are forcing you anyway to read and to do things. But later there are things I wanted to do, like I was also studying music, but I would leave everything I had to do for last time, everything, all my responsibilities that I said I was going to take in order to help myself get somewhere after. And always I would choose the easiest, which was to relax, to go to my friend's house, to have
Mhm.
fun for a little bit. But then I
Yeah.
was going home and I was feeling awful about myself,
Mhm.
awful because I had missed the deadlines because I didn't do, and then they were, of course, the teachers were not taking it very lightly. So this was the first time this happened in my life. What about you?
For me, I always remember how many women I was really loving and liking, and I didn't have the guts to approach them, to talk to them, to tell them, "Hey, I like you." To avoid the
Mm.
rejection, to avoid the rejection, I and sometimes you know what you know what yes, they would say yes, maybe not all of them, but I was not able to do it, and then I was not having this adventure. You know, I there was experience there, experience, amazing experience that of course later I had. But when I had it, I realized when I was in my 20s and I was a bit more brave, more confident than I was doing, I thought, oh my God, how much time and how many experiences I could have before if I would have the energy and not to choose to go home to do the same, which was yes, listening my music, reading my books, watching my movies, but not be able to go for what I wanted. In this moment, doesn't matter. It can be woman, it can be a job, it can
Mhm.
be a project, whatever it is. I could see the lost potential. This was killing me. The potential, the opportunity that was lost because yes, because of choosing the habit of choosing and I couldn't. This is the point. I wouldn't have even the conflict. This is the thing. I wouldn't
Mm.
even contemplate. It was like a automatic mechanism to
Yeah.
take me out from the situation. It was like no way, impossible that you do something like this. No way.
It's very good. Let's say this because now I'm thinking that what comes and saves us from this pattern is then this first initiation you get with spiritual knowledge.
Mhm.
So the first time you hear from your teachers, from someone, that you get introduced with the concept or the teaching that, if you avoid what you want to do for safety, you might not get this information like this, but sometimes you will hear that if you compromise yourself for short term, relief,
Yes, yes.
long
Well-being,
term,
comfort, these things. Yeah.
yes, long term you will have to face regret. You will have to face this sinking feeling in your stomach that makes you feel really bad, which is.
Mm.
But the thing is that we don't know that we can face all the hard things that go with evolution, like shame. For example, when you were approaching girls, what you were fearing shame, ridicule, probably, I don't
Rejection.
know,
Yes. Mhm.
rejection. Because, yes, but rejection, what means rejection? Rejection means that you shame for yourself because,
Yeah.
so in the end, this is the feeling that we are fearing a lot, like these primitive feelings that we fear so much. First of all is, of course, death, to not survive, which is the strongest one. But then it is this being excluded from your society, being excluded
Mhm.
from your friends, feeling less ridiculed, shamed. So we get introduced then with the understanding that we can face these emotions, shame, all these things that we fear consciously. So it is a very big difference to go and get rejected by a girl, not knowing, not doing it consciously. It is not just a small difference. It's a huge difference. And to get rejected by someone and doing it conscious, going with the intention to do it in order for you to overcome yourself.
Mhm.
This
Mhm.
intention, this shifts everything. It shifts the result that this action has. It doesn't have to do with you anymore, with your personality. It has to do with evolution. It has to do with becoming better. Again, not only about you or me or a certain personality, but this act of being brave and being alive and facing life in the moment that you need and doing what you need to do is a service to the world. It's not just for yourself. It is it is infectious. How many people affect other people because they are brave? The moments actually, I think is the most intense influence you can have from someone is by watching their example. And in my life it was the same, because the biggest influence I had in my life from a person was from my teacher. And it was because I saw him, how he was um representing this. He was being this. He was brave. He was all these things that I wanted deep inside to manifest in myself and to express out there, but couldn't. So the fact that you see it in someone else is what makes you see that it's possible. So the difference that you can make in the world by being brave, by being yourself, and by following in this calling, this path, your calling, it is not just about yourself. It's not just about who you are and
Mhm.
who you will become. It is something that makes you one with the whole universe. This is the biggest
Yeah.
win you can get from a
Yeah.
situation, from life.
So this is the knowledge. What you said. This is the knowledge that we need. So we have a
Yeah.
call, but this call, there will be moments in our life in which we will have the opportunity to follow it. We will feel a call, a pull to do something. Yes, a person can. We feel attracted to a person. We feel attracted to a situation, to a project, to a trip, to something new. Now, what makes the difference? There are two things. Two things. The understanding, this existential understanding of what is happening. So when you feel the call, you don't think, yeah, whatever. Yes, it is. I feel something is calling me, but whatever. No, your soul is calling you, my friend. Your soul, your spirit, your path is calling you. So we need to understand this.
Mm.
When this that we feel this opening in our being and something, we need to know this knowledge. Then you, like you said with our teacher in this moment, we say, "Hey, wait a moment, my heart open. Something is happening. I'm receiving a sign now. I need to stop, not to keep going autopilot. I need to stop. We need this spiritual knowledge to understand when something is important and when not. This is super key. When something is important, when something
Mhm.
important is happening in our life, and there are moments in which it is everything or nothing. We can make a huge turn in our life and we may not see it at all and go the other way, because we don't have this understanding that in the of life there are moments of opportunities. We need to take them. We need to be ready. So one thing is to have this in the mind and to be aware, and the other is to be energetically
Mhm.
prepared to take the chance to jump, not to withdraw, not to shrink, not to contract, not to find excuses. Because if our vital state is poor, is low, we will have a huge resistance to actually, we will have conflict, negative thoughts, contradictions, doubts, worries when it comes the moment. And all this negative energy will win on us if our state is passive and we are low energetic state and we are mechanical. So if we are not, there are some funny comments there. if
It,
if we are not if we are not
it seemed like
in
to
a higher
memorize.
state. Yes, I'm not talking from memory. I'm talking from my experience. From my
It's not
experience, my
possible.
friend.
We're talking for 42
Mm,
minutes here.
yes.
We didn't even plan this.
So if we are not in this higher state of energy, this opportunity will pass. We won't be able to take it, to jump into it, to take it. Yeah. So yeah, I would bring these two elements here. One is to be aware life is very magical, very beautiful, is going to send us signs for when it is the moment that we need to make important actions, heroic actions. We think that the heroes are in the movies and all this stuff. No, all of us, we have moments in our life in which we can take an action of a hero, which is going to change everything for us. And the second, we need to be energetically energetically prepared to take it. How we prepare ourselves? That Alexia, this person was saying, if we are reading, if we are talking from the memory. No, we are not talking from the memory. We are not reading books. We are doing every month retreats. I just 3 weeks ago I came from the jungle, from make ayahuasca retreat in the jungle, pilgrimage in the mountains. We are all the time working with our vital energy, facing obstacles that we ourselves we put these obstacles in front of us, challenge ourselves to keep ourselves vital, activated, putting ourselves out with the people like we are doing now, trying to help the people. All this is keeping our energy high. And this is what I would like to bring to you today. You have a call, you have the opportunity to follow it, to do something amazing, not amazing for others, okay, whatever. Not amazing for others or for the people or for the likes or for the social media. Amazing for you to go to bed in the night and to say, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it, and to sleep like a baby because you did it. We have this chance and we can take it. But we need to be aware of this, and we need to learn how to take it, because no one is teaching us this. People is teaching us how to survive, how to live in autopilot, how to spend our money in cakes. So we need to really, if we want this to happen, we need to really to commit to this life, to commit to be able to see the call and to jump for it and to believe it, because we don't believe it. Yes, we believe this, that this is only in the movies, only in the movies and in the books.
Yeah. The thing is that I'm gonna be really honest now because it is the truth. truth. It is the only truth that can save us. And it is that for anything worth having in this life, anything worth having, we need to make a sacrifice. And this sacrifice doesn't mean that we will sacrifice ourselves or we
Or
will,
animal. Yes.
yes, also, or we will sacrifice something good. We might be attached with this something and it might be really hard to let go of, but it is the very thing that keeps us from our calling, from our adventure, from the life that was meant to be for us. It is the very thing that keeps us in the opposite. So
Mm.
it is one path and the same. This sacrifice that we need to make is one with our life's calling. And this, everyone knows what this sacrifice is. Everyone knows what they need to sacrifice in order to do this. But one very key thing to sacrifice is your comfort. And when I say comfort, is the comfort zone in the sense that the pre pre decided things that we know for ourselves. The 5 year plan, which is not exactly a plan, it's like a vague thing that we have decided for ourselves that we think will save us and will keep us really safe forever.
Mm.
And then an adventure knocks your door, and then you say no because, of course, I know I'm not doing this. I'm doing this, and I'm not talking about having a goal, a purpose, and that if you are following it, you don't go astray by things that will take you from your purpose. Of course, I'm not talking about this. But I'm talking about you feeling the need to have some adventure, to do something great with your life, and having other things, silly must do's, silly things that you have to do because, and you don't even know why you have to do them, right? I
Mm.
have to stay with my family on Christmas. And then this is just an example. Of course, you might really have to stay with your family, but I have to be with, of course, it's like when you take it for granted that this is how life should be like, because this is how you learned it. I have to um, always be there for my family. So I'm always compromising myself and my dreams. So an adventure knocks my door, an opportunity knocks on my door, and I see like something that I always had to do, but of course now it's not the right time because now I have to do this other thing, which is not even important for me. And I'm not talking about the family, but in general.
Yes, the
So
must to do, the list of things. Yes.
yes, this is how we pass adventure without understanding it. How we pass our calling. We we just surpass it, and
Mm.
we don't do it ever. We forget it, right? So this summer, this June, we're having a great adventure, and I want to invite everyone.
Yes, this is, yeah, for the people who want,
Yeah.
who feel this, okay? For the people who feel, yeah, I know there is a call, there is something there that has been there for a long time, something I want to do, something that is different, something that maybe even my wife, my husband doesn't know, but I want to do something that is unique. That through this I feel I'm going to express something unique from my life, but I don't find a way. I'm trapped. I'm trapped in my job. I'm trapped in the expectations of the people around. I'm trapped in my routine. I'm trapped in my body, in my heaviness, in my tiredness, and I don't understand how can manifest this call in this life. Well, for this, if you are in this place, maybe this experience that we are leading, Alexia and me, in June, in 3 weeks in Poland, we are going to be revealing all this. This will be the purpose. It will be 5 days in nature in the Pianini Mountains in Poland, doing practices, pilgrimages, meditations. It is a spiritual retreat, but it's an adventure retreat. We have many excursions, and the purpose of all this gathering is first you to remember fully, loud, that you will feel it, this calling. It won't be small thing there lost in your memory. No, you will feel it. It will make a boom in front of you from within. This is
Yes.
first.
Yeah.
Second thing, you will find the tools. We will give you tools because you need tools because here no one in a world in which no one is doing this, no one is following his call. You need to be very skillful to be able to do it because no one is doing it. When you have to do something different than everyone else, you need to be very clever and to understand how to use your energy very well. So you come back to your house and actually do it. And the third, you will feel something beyond an initiation. You will feel how your life, how you will feel your life when you will actually walk this path. Not in the future when you will arrive, no. How you will feel when you will start walking. You will feel the meaning, the purpose, the sense, the power that comes from just walking in the direction that you want to walk. You don't even need to arrive. You just need to really walk it, to try. You may fail 100 times, but if you wake up again and you follow the same path, you will feel fulfilled. You will feel in peace with yourself. You will continue like this. This is a camp to bring your life in alignment with your real call, the call from your soul, Pianini Mountains 2026 Poland, and to find, to design a specific way for you in your life to open the path for this to happen, to transform your life in the direction of your soul path. So this is the intention I put. Now, Alexia, if you want to bring something else.
I have of course the same intention, and what I want to say is that especially in this time we are really called to do something. It is really big threshold in time right now where somehow we're all pushed to see what is our calling, and it's the best thing ever and the worst thing at the same time because it feels like it can feel like shit, sorry for saying it, but it's true. Right? It can feel very bad because we have all this resistance, not knowing how. So my purpose, because I see it in my life, how this helps me to follow this spirit of truth and my calling, and how it helps all the people around me. And it is the only way, because sooner or later you will have to answer this calling. It will not go away. It will keep insisting. But the thing is that it starts, after some point, it starts taking the form of stress. So stress is a blessing in your life. If you have stress right now, the stress is not the bad thing in your life. There's something that you are avoiding behind the stress, which is a problem, really. And it's not you, it's me, it's everyone. It's not that we all do the same. We are all guilty of this. But you can not only avoid so far something. It's not possible to avoid something forever. It is by definition, this word means that you just postpone it. You just postpone it for later. But the more you avoid something, the more it comes in your face, you know, and it's not good after. But when you take this hard decision to follow your path, your calling, and I'm not saying that this is your calling, you that are watching or someone else, doesn't matter, but any calling, if this is something that's calling you, it might represent a part of your calling. So I encourage you to follow it. But if something else is your calling, follow this. But we need to understand that there is something we need to pass, to sacrifice. And maybe sacrifice is a word that we have connected with something negative, but it's not. It's like, think of it as a jump, as a hard jump you need to make to decide that you're living the life that is for you. You need to leave behind the life that was for someone else that you were following. So there's nothing else I want to say, just my my love to everyone for and support for their path, whatever they're doing. Even if you choose to avoid something now, I wish you courage later. because it's not easy. I know it's not easy to follow your calling, but I believe in you and I believe in everyone because I know we have the ability to do this now or later when it's our time. But if you are in this threshold, in this small moment in time where you know that you just need one step in order to make live your life, to live this life that you were meant to live, that you know you were meant to live in, so close to you, there's nothing you need to preserve, there's nothing you need to prove to anyone, and there's no life you need to keep because you have to. It's only the life you want to have and it is meant for you. There's nothing else. Everything else is a lie. It is just a fantasy.
Attrezzo.
So yeah.
It's just attrezzo. That's okay. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for this adventure, and I can't wait to go to this sacred place, which is an amazing place. So many nice adventures we're gonna have there, which gonna represent the real adventure that is life. Because with no adventure, there is no aliveness in life. So yes, 1 month from now,
Yeah.
approximately, I'm really excited and I hope to see you there.
Yes. Yes. Thank you very much, Alexia. Thank you, everyone. Guys, we are talking with intensity, but there is no judgment. We just want to push ourselves and all of us to awake, not from judgment, but just to create awareness. Because in the end of the day, we believe that this is what we will make us, all of us, happy. So, yeah, as Alexia said, if you feel it is your moment, if you feel it is your moment, yeah, from my heart, I can tell you, take it, act, do, go for it, and you will, yeah,
Not regret
you
it.
will be kind. You won't regret it. You will be alive.
Never
You
regret.
will have amazing experiences. Things will change. Things will go. Things will come. Life will grow in you. And if you need something, write us in the comment here. And we have this amazing spiritual retreat in Poland in 1 month. If you feel, you can check the information. And if it is inspiring you, write us any question that you have. I'm closing here. Thank you very much, Alexia.
Thank you, Pablo.
And to everyone, we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.